Welcome home, good hunt. Very well. Farewell.
Looking at stuff, taking notes so I can make my theories. Hello. Neurons. What is this? Hello. How are you guys today? I was monologuing for a while. Now you're here. Yeah, this is my first time, so be gentle. Basically, I'm just playing the game again and looking at shit, taking notes for myself so I can make my theories. Okay, I'll try to increase the volume. Hold on. second. Yes, I am Sinclair in the stream. Hello, Sinclair. Thank you very much. How's the sound now? Is it better? Can you hear me? Okay. So... Okay, so this is the bell that they found, right? That German found, the dungeons. Frenzy. So yeah, right now I'm thinking about the depths of the dungeons. Like, Tumeru goes all the way from 1 to 5, but the heater tombs start at 2, then 3. The Lauren chalices start at 3, then 4, right? And then is at 5. And I think that the defiled Tumeru dungeon starts at the same depth as the Lauren dungeon, so I'm thinking about how are those connected, if at all. So if the Tumerians built the labyrinth, then Lauren has to come afterwards, right? Maybe Lauren found Tumeru, and that's when they defiled the labyrinth. Yeah, so this labyrinth isn't just called it's called Gravetomb, right? Gravestone is. And if I recall correctly, so just a background, I played Bloodborne a long time ago, then I moved on to Dark Souls. Now I'm coming back. I got this new copy for Christmas from my wife. God bless her. So there's a lot I don't remember, that's why I'm taking notes again. I've played through the base game, I'm doing the dungeons, then I have to do the DLC. So if I recall correctly, they just found the Great Ones here and built the labyrinth around it, right? So they probably came from the surface, the Temerians, and they started digging around, putting their home here. They found the Great Ones and they built their society around it. Probably. So a few of them ascended, the others were left behind. If this is a tomb and Briettas is praying, kinda praying, next to Rome's body, then those guys are interesting. Why are there watchers like that? So the ones that ascended probably left dead bodies behind, something like that. So this might be why this is called a tomb. I also think Kinghurst people are descendants from Temerians. I want to know where the Temerians came from. Are they from the above or were they created by the Great Ones? Oh, he just tripped. Another one. Yeah, I don't think they just always have been here. They have to have come from somewhere. I don't think they were created by the Great Ones, so they just found them. Just like we found this place. They were just here first. Motherfucker. These watchers started pumping out a while ago. They just don't attack. They're just like passive. Don't know why. Yeah, Sinclair. I tend to get a little bit lost, and since this is my first stream, I probably should have like a system not to get lost. Going left is always a good idea then. Thank you, and thank you for helping me set this up. They look like messengers? Kinda? Not really though, they're just bald and pale, but their faces are very different. Okay, in here. Right now, about the messengers, I think they might be the original residents of the nightmare. In order... wait. Those guys. So in order to go to the Hunter's Dream in north, Dead babies. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I think they might be related to the brain of Mensis. Mensis is... the brain of Mensis is found in the nightmare dimensions, right? So, and it is a great one, so it probably ascended there. Thanks for coming, Sinclair. Thanks again for helping me. Goodbye. Good luck with your IKEA and have fun watching Black Mirror. So yeah. You know how the Winter Lanterns look like they have a bunch of messengers stuck to their head? I think so. We have to connect the doll and the brain of Mensis, right? I think the brain of Mensis works with demon presence because it doesn't attack us and it gives us, it literally says moon, right? We do the contact and it says moon. Maybe that's how it knows about the doll. It may have created the dolls, the Winter Lanterns in the nightmare to help protect itself. And the messengers have to go through water in order to get to the dream and the waking world. Water being a... Okay, I'm lost. I think, you know, water separates the words so they cannot be from the dream, in theory. And also there are a bunch of messengers in the nightmare already. So they would have come from the nightmare to the hunter's dream. Maybe that's why they worship the hunters. Okay, I haven't found the way there yet. Okay, this is where I came from. And I think that's what I have on the messengers right now. Oh yes, I mean, the doll in the Hunter's Dream, yes, it was created by the Moon Presence. I'm talking about the Winter Lanterns, the ones in the Nightmare. Okay guys, I'm happy. I'm happy, no, sorry, I was reading. Yes, I'm happy that Miran's here. I'm lost, So I opened up the door somewhere. That's where it came from. I have to go in there, I don't know how. And I remember back then there were people talking about the doll in the Hunter's Dream, saying that it may be Odin or something. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I really don't buy it. You guys have any thoughts on that? Yeah, it didn't make much sense. Exactly. I actually think Morgos Wetners might be Odin. Are you harmless? Are you going to attack me? Nope, not harmless. Oh, I found that door. There hasn't been much about this yet to take note of. No, they don't say the gender, and I honestly don't think they have genders, the Great Ones. They're progressive like that. Okay, more ritual blood. Just a second, I have to take notes. So, like I was saying, there hasn't been much of interest in the East Dungeon yet. It did have illusory walls on the first layer. I think that might be relevant because of the Crown of Illusion. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one other layer from the regular non-root chalices that has illusory walls. Okay, there's been all these kinfolk around here, and apparently sorry, and apparently do you know how all the chests and coffins have all these materials? Here they only seem to have blood. Like I said, I'm taking notes. This isn't theory yet or anything. Just taking notes so I can make my theory. So far, the chests and the coffin that I found. Okay, that's where I came from, right? Or not? No. Okay, this is where I came from. I'm also really interested in these tombstones they have all around. They seem to be Labyrinth originals, but they have not this one in particular. The other ones. This one doesn't have anything on it. Anything you can make out. They seem to be Labyrinth originals, but they have the hunter's mark. Sorry, baby. So this might mean a couple of things. This might be what Carol, the runesmith, used to decipher the language of the old ones in the first place. See, like this. This one. They are also the tombstones that are used to access the labyrinth in the Hunter's Dream. And so yeah, it may have been used by Carol to start deciphering the runes. And they're slightly different from one tombstone to another. Carol's runes are all very sharp, like this one. But there are other iterations, like this one. It's different. It's all curvy lines and stuff. There's another one that is even more different. I think it might be an evolution of the rune, like the last tombstone, that the final tombstone on the Hunter's Dream has the one that is the most different. I think that may be the original rune. And then it changed over time. And one very interesting possibility. Is this a trap for what? Okay. Oh, for you guys. That maybe they had hunters of their own, huh? Caramba, walking on this tree. So yeah, they may have had hunters of their own. It might mean that the war between the Wet Nurse, which I think may be Odin, like I said, and the Moon Presence may date all the way back to the times of Sumerians. I don't know, that's just one possibility, like, why would they have the rune, you know? This thing here, I also want to know what the fuck this is. Looks like a giant dead snake or something. Do you guys know what this is? Have you seen a live one? I think it might be the kinda like the parasite inside the bloodletting beast. The same species, I don't know. Come on. Mine isn't either at this moment. I'm still coming back to it. Not blood. Hello, Mirans. Did you finish it? Oh, nice. So we got all the ingots. 2 weeks? You're probably better at this than I am. King Blood, of course. Okay, so which one do you think is the best ending? Okay, where the fuck did I come from? There? Why? Why do you like that one the most? Who's alive? Well, every other human in the hunt, right? In the dream. That's not the entire world. Oh, you guys. The rest of the world is theoretically unaffected. Everybody's just chilling. Okay, I'm gonna level up before I go in there. If I can find the lantern. So yeah, everybody's pretty much dead in the dream, in the hunt. Everybody else is alive, right? Do you think, this is a personal opinion, but do you think humanity would be ready to ascend? Do you think we would make good great ones?
Very well.
Not you, I know you would be an awesome great one, but humanity in general.
Farewell.
Did you get the other endings too? Saladin? Is that how I pronounce it? Which one did you like the most? Just lure him out. Yeah. Just get the fuck away from me, you goddamn freaks. You can hunt each other out and leave me to play. I think that's the best one, actually. The Awakening. Considering the other options, at least. Replacing German sucks. And we can see that German doesn't like his job, right? Why would we stay there? Why would we keep doing it? Replacing the moon presence. I think it's cool, but I think the message there is that some people, some of the great ones ascended without actually being ready for it, I think, like Gala and the Wet Nurse.
Oh, Flora, of the moon,
Yes.
of the dream.
Oh, Flora.
Oh, little ones. Let me.
And maybe we're one of these great ones now, the ones that ascended
Welcome home, good hunter.
without having
I
the
must-
necessary
what is it?
wisdom to be
Very
a
well.
proper great one.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let. Farewell.
So Awakening would be best just by comparison. I would prefer to keep my memories and all of that, but it's better than the other ones. In my opinion.
Welcome. What? Very well. Farewell, good.
I don't know. First, when I say replace the moon presence, I just mean a great one in the dream. What do you mean by that, Mirans? And Sala, yes. I mean, we become a great one in the dream. That doesn't necessarily mean we'll have the same role as the moon presence, and it could have been maybe another hunter, but that free echoes, but that would have to have been a really ancient hunter, you know. And that actually gives me pause to think about what I was saying before, that maybe they had hunters of their own, the Tumerians, because of the runes. Okay. So if they had hunters, then the moon presence could have been an ascended hunter from the Tumerians. Just throwing it out there, it's not a solid theory. I'll think about it. Thank you, Saladin. That was extremely helpful and insightful. If I turn this into a theory, I will make sure to mention you. And if I forget to mention you, just let me know. I'll correct the mistake. In Middens, What do you mean by that? That the description supports that we ascend it properly? Hello. God damn it. God damn it. Was that a prospector with the Rosmarius? Okay, let me just write this down. Prospector with Rosmarius. Because we know that the choir made it down here. If the Rosmarius is particular to it, to them, one is thought to have just been a girl who was hanged. Blue elixir, okay. Yeah, the thing about Rome, I don't know, he was down here, right? I don't think he was a human before. He or she or it. I don't think it was a woman before. I think it was a great one that didn't ascend at first, like the emissary and the Brietas and Dala, but then was later ascended by another great one. If that makes sense to you. Ah, motherfucker. See, even these tombstones have hunter marks. Like, Migdala was down here and it was ascended, right? Maybe by the wet nurse. Yeah, she was granted eyes by cousin. If I miss out on some of your comments, it's because I think it's not showing the entire comment here, and I pointed to the screen as if you could see my finger. If you write slightly shorter comments, that would probably solve it. Like the last comment was cut down on granted. She was granted. I don't know what comes up here. Damn it. Mediums are still there. You haven't. Ow! Oh, that fucking die. God damn it. That werewolf just dropped a fire gem. Low mediums. Multitask for the win. Shit. So you said the achievement supports the fact that we ascended properly. What did you mean by that? Not really. Okay, let's take it by parts. So, the blood. Um, Alright. King has King James. Okay. Okay, so I don't think that would mean it's definitely half human, half great one. The fact that it has king blood, it just might be that great one's kind of blood. I mean, where would... But it is a possibility. Alright. So that could be a possibility. The thing is, we find Rome down here in the labyrinths. How would those two work together? How could a human, like actual human, have ascended to a great one down here, just like that? Not necessarily saying couldn't have happened, I'm just trying to figure out how it would have worked. And Miriam's put him into another state of childhood. Yes, that means we started a new cycle of evolution. Doesn't mean we actually got somewhere with it, you know. Yeah, but if it bleeds red, I remember I remember it bleeding red. Wrong, I mean. God damn it. So yeah, Ron bleeds red. Wouldn't that work as an indication that it could have been like a regular great one? And the other blood, it would have been like its thing, you know, it's particular to that great one. And again, how would that work with the fact that we find Rome down here in the labyrinth? If it was an actual bird. What the hell? This is a very useless room. Maybe. It is a possibility, but I'm under the impression that it's stretching it a little bit. So we already have great ones down that dungeon. Amygdala was here. So both Amygdala and Rome were the Tumerian dungeons, right? One would have been ascended to the Nightmare. The other was ascended kind of to the dream, I would say. I don't want to say that, because I think it was ascended to work in tandem with the one presence. Now, saying that it had multiple forms. So there is a dead body up in the Altar of Despair, right? What I think is, when we go down to the challenge dungeons, we're actually going back to the past, because all the great ones are there. Yarnan's down there. Murgle is inside of Yarnan's pregnant belly. So that has got to be the past, right? So back then Rome was still alive. In the present we have Rome's dead body in the Altar of Despair, and his conscience has been ascended. I don't think it's multiple forms, you know. kind of like Yarnan died and her conscience is still out there. Same thing with Rom. Probably all other great ones went through the same process. They left their bodies behind and their conscience ascended to different planes of existence. So I think that's a better fit to the overall lore instead of multiple bodies, multiple forms for Rom. We're just in different instances. You know, one, the actual physical body in the past, the dead physical body in the present, and the consciousness. What exactly helps that theory?
I must. What?
I know that Lawrence is
Very
supposed
well.
to be the bloodletting beast, I agree with that. But what exactly helps that theory?
Farewell.
I thought I had enough to level up. Yes. So you can see now my logic, right? That would explain all of that part. I don't think it would have been. I think it makes sense. Like you said, it helps the bloodletting beast theory. Being Lawrence. And okay, that's a lot of kinfolk, but it also goes against, yay, more free apples, the Ron being a girl. Okay, that's a lot of folk. Ah, fuck. What was that? Is this a trap? What's happening here? There's no trap. I've seen it. I'm extremely impressed. I love when they do that data digging bullshit. I don't know how they do it. It's fucking amazing. I'm thinking about trying. I wanted to try the dungeon, but the thing is, I don't have PS Plus right now. I can't play online. Which one? Prospector Grania. Okay, let me just kill that werewolf real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm also trying to remember whether the emissary bled red or not. And what great one are you talking about right now? I don't know. Oh, the cut one. Okay, so you are a prospector. So you are a prospector and you are a church hunter and then you became the choir. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the glyphs. I wanted to try it. But like I said, I don't have bullets right now, so I can't try it. But I saw the videos. It was really cool. There was one that looked kind of like a giant squid. I don't know. Yeah, they had them in presence, and there's wet nurse down here too, from the cut content. So the choir were church hunters before becoming the choir, apparently. Because they made it down here, we know they found the Beretas and they didn't exist prior to that, according to the descriptions. And it seems they were regular church hunters. Okay. This dude just dropped the blue elixir. So, yeah. No doubt about it anymore, I guess. These guys are the folk from the choir. That became the choir, at least. Wisdom. King Coldblood. Have you tried those glyphs? Have you fought the cut content great ones? do fight them, make sure to either make a recording or let me know so I can watch it. Okay, so we have a red sign for the prospector, blue sign for water. Okay. So far no cleric dead bodies and no bell ringing ladies too. No deep watchers. You guys. Yeah. Have you noticed that all sinister chalices are sold by the messengers? You can find them. They are all sold. So remember, I don't know if you were you here already when I was talking about the messengers. So if they come from the nightmare and they have to cross the water to get to the dream, to get to the waking world, and I think they work. They help us cross that water barrier into the dream as well. So they would have this property, right? This power to cross the worlds. And the sinister chalices have the bell ringing lady. She can summon hunters from other worlds, right? She's breaking that barrier too. I think that's why it can only be bought through the messengers. I think that's the relation there. Okay, so they ascended from east. Well, it's probably red, right? Especially because it's cut content. So, even if it does look black, it might be just from being cut content, you know? And regarding cut content and lore, I'm not sure if cut content counts as lore. I think it can be a really good reference. You can use it as an argument to help support other theories, but I don't think it should be like canon, you know? Because it doesn't actually make into the game. gives us insight. Patched stuff that makes into the game and it's patched out. I think it's more canon, because it was in the game at some point. Oh, it was you! Yeah, that was an interesting thread. I liked it very much. Wait, where am I supposed to go? So I open up the door. Still have to go the other way from the rolling boulder. So about those bas reliefs. So Rosario is wrong. Wait, where is the boulder? It's down there, right? I just see my theories about Rosaria being Fina and Win's ex-wife. I mentioned was that can be found on both sides of the Dead Firekeeper. In Dark Souls 1 it had a dude, an old dude holding what appears to be an egg. There are two goats and a lion, and I think it might be another small connection between the two theories. The fact that Rosaria would have been Fina, you know. If you haven't seen that theory, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, he's just stuck there, right? That right there, that's greed. He wanted the treasures so badly. Oh fuck! Okay, I love this room. Okay, your last message was cut on Lautrec is much more. Oh, okay. Let me turn down the volume from the game. How's that? Is it better? More red jelly. Brick a pot. With pleasure. Alright. Thanks for letting me know. It's my first stream. Sage's her. Okay, so all throughout the dungeons we have this room. It's always the same room. It looks to be kinda like a vault, a safe or something. It's always tucked in somewhere. It's always harder to reach. And it seems to always be the only room that has not been looted. You can't find this shit lying around anywhere else. So it kinda gives us an insight into the original state of the labyrinth. What I find interesting about it is the little queen statues. They can be found both in Yarnan and in Kinehurst Castle. So yeah, I think Annalise is definitely a Tumerian descendant at the very least, if not directly from Tumeru. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for them to bring the statues here. It would have been taken out of here. There are other connections, other stuff as well. Alright. Oh, but that room is not just on Ys, it's on all the dungeons. It's in Tumeru, it's everywhere. I'm not sure if they have it on the Hintertombs. I think they have it on the Hintertombs too, I have to check that as well. Okay, level up time. I opened up the door, I have to go to the side area. I'll just level up real quick. If I can find the bloody lantern there. You haven't been to Ys? Have you tried the labyrinth altogether? How far did you go?
Well, what is it you did? Very opening. Farewell.
Oh, you should, if you're interested in lore, at least. I advise you to play them. Oh, come on. Yeah, so regarding the lore at least. Well, it's more Bloodborne, so it's always fun, right? But I think it's kind of essential to piece together the overall history. Game. for. I wish there were more interesting new things to look at in this, you know. When you first start diving into the labyrinth, you start noticing a lot of stuff, then a lot of the fuck. Then later, a lot of what you start to notice is actually the differences between the dungeons. God damn it! He actually killed me. Yeah, sad display of technique. I am not a pro. FYI. If that wasn't obvious by now. But are you going to? Do you have plans on actually finishing both the labyrinth and keeping the heart space too big? Are you a Dark Souls guy or a Bloodborne guy? Which one do you like the most? Yeah, no backbone. Okay, let me just write this down. Yes, Mittens. We know that by now. You're a hentai guy. Nothing wrong with that. So we had red jellies, Sage's hair. No, yellow black bones. Sage's hair. Yeah, I guess Dark Souls has a lot more, much bigger fan base, right? Okay. Well, I do live in Japan, so if you want anything from the land of tentacle porn, just let me know. Hey, Mittens. Have you heard about that anime with the lollies? What's it called? Oh, now the trap is active. Yeah, I don't know about that, Salah. It's kind of like the cut content stuff, you know. Real world references are really interesting, really fascinating when it comes to analyzing the lore, but they shouldn't be used as argument. I think that's the weakest form of argument for lore hunting. They're just interesting snippets, you know. The game isn't an adaptation of real world mythologies or anything like that, like Bloodborne, for instance. It's heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft, but you should never use H.P. Lovecraft's work as an argument to defend lore from the game, if you know what I mean. And Miriam's, yeah, no, but there's one that's causing some controversy right now. Apparently, it goes beyond what is expected from any normal lolly anime. It's the borderline between anime and hentai.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Farewell, good.
Yes. Like I said, it's really interesting, the real world references stuff. I remember regarding Japanese culture, if you want to, Jerkser, I never remember his name, Jerkson Frontier, I think. I only know one video of his. It's the one for Dark Souls. I know he has a bunch of other ones for Bloodborne too. I don't know if they have real world references, but he made one for Dark Souls, explaining, comparing the dip to Shinto and stuff like that. Jerkson's Frontiers. Yes. So he has a Dark Souls video comparing the dip to Shinto references. It's really interesting. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Okay, so now it's the boss, right? Oh, you love my theories? Thank you. Okay, another sun sign. Damien of Mensis. Damien of Mensis? What the fuck are you doing here? Okay. I've seen you before, but not in East. You shouldn't be here. Okay, first time I saw this guy I was thinking about his shield, right? It's the DLC shield. How did he get it? And he's from the School of Mensis. And he's in Is. So the School of Mensis would predate the choir. And man, they have to be very old. Inside the institution, inside the church. They may have been... So Mikolash may have been the betrayer that brought the blood to the Kinghurst castle. They may have already been... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm kinda ruminating here, sorry. I have this theory about the School of Mensis and the Kinghurst Castle massacre, also involving the orphanage and choir, and his presence here. Yeah. So back at Bergenworth and Altar of Despair, it makes sense. I didn't expect finding here. At the Altar of Despair it makes sense because of the feud between Mensis and the choir. At Bergenworth because of the Bergenworth roots. The fact that he may have been there hunting the last member of the choir, and also because I think Rome, like I said, I think Rome may have been a thing that you work in tandem with the moon presence, and Mensis is working with the wet nurse and whatnot, the other side of the nightmare, right? But I didn't expect to find him in Is. That may be another piece to the theory I was ruminating about. Okay. Thank you for your presence. Goodbye. Alright, I'll just make a quick note here about his presence and then I'll move on. And he was red, right? Damien of Mensis. Red. Okay. Alright. Boss time. I'll probably lose my echoes. Great. And Mito in love? Oh please. Shit. I'm so... Oh shit. Okay. Be nice. Oh, that's a lot of damage. What the fuck? No, 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 no. Jesus. Ebritus? Ebritus? It's Latin, right? I don't know the proper pronunciation. I know it's Latin for drunkenness, but I don't know the pronunciation. Hey, what's this fucking attack? Oh, it's slowly draining my fucking health. Oh, come on, come on, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 so close! Damn it. Really? I haven't seen that. I heard, rather, some of the cut dialogue, but I haven't heard any of anybody mentioning her name. But, well, if there is dialogue, then that's the pronunciation. Ebritus. Is that it? Ebritus. I can never dodge that. Low mutes. But that is actually a very appropriate description for her, right? Oh, come on. I'm dead. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. Okay, in your opinions, what's the most cancer-like boss in Bloodborne? What's the worst? which one did you have more trouble with? Which one was the hardest for you? Oh, I dodged it. Nice. Oh, god damn it. Shadows of Yarnum, yes. I hear a lot of people have trouble with that one. I just tend to run around in the arena. There's a very big tombstone in the middle of it, you can use it for cover. Oh, I don't have any papers left. Shit. Yeah, back then I remember she was the hardest one for me, so it's understandable that I'm having a lot of trouble right now. Come on. Shit, look at that fucking damage. I cannot believe I survived that. Ah! No. Fuck. Yes! Fucking bitch. God damn it. Yeah, I don't remember that either. She doesn't do that up in the cathedral ward. She does that here though. And okay. And it sounds like a bell ringing all over and over again. I wish they had more stuff here, you know. I mean, do you have any doubt why she wasn't ascended? Why she didn't ascend by herself? She's fucking crazy. Though I have my doubts, Amidala should have been ascended too, you know. There is nothing that's with... Huh. Okay, looking from a distance. So we have these tiny things. What is this? Oh, skulls. Looking from a distance, they look like the giant tombstones from the Forbidden Woods and the Nightmare Frontier. Not related, actually, at all. Just think it looks similar. I haven't fought Calamity in a very long time. I'll take a look at that. I'm actually taking notes also on the similarities between Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So yeah, that's something I should check it out. And again, if I put it in any video, I'll do my best to remember to mention you. I sometimes forget stuff. If I do forget to mention that, just let me know and I'll mention it on the next video. Actually, I'll just write it down right now. Check Calamit. Ebritus. Sound. Similarity. And credit. Saladin. Is that how I pronounce your name? Saladin? Salahadin. Okay. So I take it you're a fan. Why exactly? If you don't mind me asking. I also find it interesting that this picture of the chalice looks like an apple, so symbolic of the forbidden knowledge, you know. Oh, I'm ready. I have time for a long story if it's interesting, and I suspect that it might be. Well, by all means, tell it. I like history. Back then I was talking about the deaths and how they relate to the different chalices. The materials used for the rituals also give insight into the respective dungeons, you know. Okay, that message cut at how cool their dynasty. Hey. Oh, so is he like credited to be like the first assassin or something like that? I think I remember that name now. I saw a documentary once about that. If that is the guy. Has anybody ever understood that reference? Oh, so it's definitely not the guy from the documentary I saw. He's the first Sultan of Egypt in Syria. Nice. So, the materials. Explain it to my close friend. Salahuddin with laser eyes. Low. No, you're not defiling him, you're just giving him powers. And a meme. Alright. So Tumeru basically only needs blood at first. The root and sinister don't really count that much when analyzing the materials, at least. Yeah. Oh, you deified him. Sorry for that, I misread. So yeah, you definitely did. But when we come to the defiled chalice, we need the Bastard of Loran, which ties in with what I was talking about, the deaths and how maybe Loran defiled this dungeon. You know, they found the labyrinth, they came from above. Now it's time for Miriams to start making Salahadin and Jojo's memes together. Also Salahadin lolly memes. Alright. Okay, so 2 hours. Salahadin Dragon Lolly. Make a meme and post it on Discord. Alright guys. That's actually Salahadin's heaven. That's it for the dungeons. I finished the chalices now. All I have left is the DLC, the old hunters. But I think I'm gonna do that later or tomorrow. I have to organize my notes. Jojo loves the memes. Thank you both for coming. Thank you for the commentaries. I'll check out that commentary you made about maybe the moon presence was a previous hunter. That's interesting actually. And thank you Miriams, you're always welcome anywhere I am. Your presence is always soothing. Yeah, it was my first stream. I'm nervous. I don't do live stuff, but it's interesting, you know, having an actual conversation while I'm doing these things. Alright, so yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later. Low miss. I don't know if I love you despite those comments or because of them. Bye guys.